Hello everyone and welcome back to Jacklet Educational Channel. So I hope you all are doing well. So this is the part 7 of the unit wise NET Environmental Science syllabus, and today we are going to continue the part which is environmental factors. So आइए शुरू करते हैं आज का ये वीडियो. So in the last class we have discussed about the climatic factors. So this part is over where we discussed about light, temperature, water and wind. Today we will discuss about the edaphic factors. So ये edaphic factor क्या है? So the Latin word edaphus means soil. So today we will discuss about the soil. It will be very interesting. Some of the facts which you know and some of the things which you don't know. So in the next slide we will know what are the edaphic factors. So the factors related to soil, as we have discussed, Latin word edaphus. So soil also in Latin word solum means floor. So from solum the soil words come, that is the meaning of floor. So it is a natural product formed from weathered rock. जी हाँ, weathered rock means when the rocks are broken down into smaller parts, they are called as smaller form, and then gradually they form the soil. So by the action of climate and living organisms. So climate as well as living beings, both the things are playing the critical role in the formation of soil. How? Climate means rain, then it can be temperature, it can be earthquake. So all these things are climatic factors forming the soil. Living organism, how they affect? By their walking, by their buildings, by their action on the soil and earth geological part, they also eventually form the soil. So these two things are important. Next thing is the soil science. The study of soil is known as edaphology. It is also important. So I will request all of you, आप अपना पेन एंड पेपर निकाल लीजिए एंड नोट डाउन कर लीजिए ये सारे पॉइंट्स जो कि इंपॉर्टेंट होंगे नेट एनवायरमेंटल साइंस के पेपर में. So the next point is soil is the major source of nutrients and moisture in almost all land ecosystems. So it is talking about land ecosystem, not about the ocean. So in land ecosystem, it is the major source for the nutrients and moisture for both living and non-living things. So it is formed when the rocks break down into a collection of different minerals and inorganic substances. So as we have discussed, it is formed by the weathering of rock. So this is the main example and main definition of the soil. Let's move to the next slide. Here we will know what is the composition of soil. तो soil किससे made up of होता है? Soil जो है, soil का 45% जो है वो mineral particles उसको constitute करते हैं, 25% air, 25% water, and rest, that is the 45 plus 25 plus 25 is 95%. So rest 5% constitutes the organic matter. So ये organic matter को भी हम subdivide किए हैं, जिसमें कि humus जो है वो 80% होता है, roots of plants they are 10%, and small living organisms they constitute 10% of the total organic matter. So typical soil is about 50% solid. So solid 50% होता है, that constitute mineral and organic matter, and 50% void. So void क्या होता है? Soil में भी pores होते हैं. So empty spaces are found. So which is also occupied by water and half by gas. So the 50% pores जो है that are filled by 50% water and 50% gas. So I hope you are able to understand. Let's move to the next slide. So among the other components, we will discuss three important components of the soil. So these are organic matter, soil water and soil air. So organic matter क्या होता है? So humus has the total organic matter in the soil. So आपने पढ़ा है 95% जो है humus जो है organic matter को constitute करता है. So you can say humus is the organic matter present in the soil. It is rich in NPK. So this NPK means nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So these three elements are very important for the plants. So these are rich in, which is found in the humus. So it is formed, how it is formed? Humus जो है, it is formed from the decay and decomposition of dead plants and animal matter. So when these animal and plants they die or their parts are falling down, then they decay and decompose to form this matter that is called humus. That is the organic matter. So it is in colloidal state. So उसका क्या कौन सा state होता है? Solid, liquid, gas या फिर colloidal. So वो colloidal state में मिलता है, and it helps in increasing the water holding capacity of the soil. So WHC means water holding capacity of soil उतना होगा जिसमें अगर ज़्यादा humus quantity है. So that is very important. You should note it down. And this process of formation of humus, that is when decomposition and decay of this plant and animal matter take place, it is a gradual process. So this process is called as humification, जिससे कि humus मिलता है हमें. Next, coming to the soil water. So it is the important point that 20% water is necessary for proper growth of plants. So एक soil में अगर 20% वाटर नहीं है तो देन यू कैनॉट सी अ प्रॉपर ग्रोथ इन द प्लांट विच यू आर ग्रोइंग देयर. सिमिलरली कमिंग टू द सॉइल एयर, तो सॉइल में जो एयर होता है उसमें से वेल एरेटेड सॉइल क्या होता है, जिसमें 20 to 25% एयर होता है. सो अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर, ऑर्गेनिक मैटर सबको अगर हम डिवाइड करें तो 20 to 25% इफ इट इज हैविंग एयर then it is a good soil which supports the plant growth. So plant growth usually because of root respiration. So the roots which are present in the soil, they are taking up this air from the soil, so it helps in root respiration, increases the root growth. So as a result, good respiration means they are having good food and they are able to grow properly. Next thing is it restricts the CO2 accumulation. So what is this one? So this is very simple. So you all know that photosynthesis as well as respiration both takes place in plant. So in photosynthesis plant takes CO2. So ये जो CO2 आ जाता है plants में, when it is in higher amount it accumulates. So until and unless oxygen is supplied to that part, this carbon dioxide is not able to rescue from that part. So this oxygen present in the soil helps to restrict the accumulation of carbon dioxide. So वो release करने में carbon dioxide को helpful होता है. So these are some of the important points. Let's move to the next slide. Next slide we will discuss about the types of soil based on the origin of parent material. So parent material means from which kind of rock the soil is formed. On the basis of that there are different kinds of soil. So number one is residual soil. So residual soil क्या होता है? So soil when derived from the weathering of underlying rocks. So that means, for example, here there are rocks present and in the upper part we will see soil is present. So it is formed how? It is formed because when these rocks are broken down, then they lead to formation of the soil. So this is the residual soil which is called as weathering of underlying rocks. So when the rocks are lying under the soil and they are weathered, they form this soil which is called as residual soil. So in India, in our country, the principal residual kind of soil are black soil and red soil. So we'll know one by one. Black soil is found mostly in West and South India. So these two are the region where most of the black soil is found, which is rich in clay and devoid of sand. So sand की मात्रा उसमें बहुत कम होती है and it has high contents of calcium, aluminium and magnesium. So these are important nutrients for the plants. So that's why it is present in West and South India and it is called black soil. Next is red soil of Vindhya. So that is the another category of residual soil. So it is found in the West Central region. So in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, we are able to find red soil which are the Vindhya region, which is derived from the sedimentary rocks. So mostly from the sedimentary rocks this red soil are formed. So why this is red color? So this red color comes from the oxides of iron. So उसमें iron oxide की जो मात्रा है ज़्यादा होती है, which gives the red color. So no need to go to the chemistry of soil because here we are only discussing about the environmental factors from the unit 1. When we will go to the environmental chemistry, in the soil chemistry part we will know all this chemistry and all this kind of different soil. So let's move to the next slide. Next slide is again the another kind of soil based on the origin of parent material, that is transported soil. So it is not weathered, it is transported soil. That means the soil which is brought from other places by various agencies. So agencies काम करती है उनके लिए. कौन सी एजेंसी है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए? उनके पास तो फ्लिपकार्ट अमेजोन के जैसा नहीं है, उनके पास है नेचर के पास ग्लेशियर, वाटर एंड विंड. So these are the three important transportation agencies which carry the soil from one place to another. So इनके through soil जो है movement करता है. So depending upon the various agencies, these transported soil are of four major types. So what are they? They are colluvial, alluvial, glacial and aeolian. So these are very easy. So colluvial means when the soil are transported with the help of gravity. For example, there is a hilltop and from here the soil is moving towards the down. So in down part, why it is moving? It is moving because of the action of gravity. That's why the soil is transported from the upper part of the hill to the lower part. Similarly, when it is transported through the help of glacier, it is called as glacial kind of soil. When it is transported through running water, so water जो है river water mostly, they used to transport the soil from one place to another, which is called as alluvial soil, most fertile and very important for the plant growth. Next is aeolian kind of soil. So the soil which are transported with the help of wind. So हवा जो है अगर एक जगह से दूसरे जगह को soil को मूवमेंट करा के लेके जाती है तो उस काइंड ऑफ सॉइल को कहते हैं eolian kind of soil. So I hope you are able to understand clearly about this kind of soil based on the origin of parent material. Next we will learn about the particles present in the soil. So soil में mostly four kinds of particles are present. They are sand, silt, clay and gravel. So these are the four important particles present in any kind of soil. So according to USDA, so United States of Department of Agriculture, they have categorized the particle size of different particles found in the soil. So हम जानेंगे उसको क्योंकि वो भी बहुत बार नेट एनवायरमेंटल साइंस के पेपर में आया है. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. So you should know in the clay the particle size are less than 0.002 millimeter in size. Similarly, the silt particle size are in between 0.002 millimeter and 0.05 millimeter. Similarly, sand का जो particles है according to USDA characterization they lie between 0.05 millimeter and less than 2 millimeter. Next comes to the gravel. The gravel size is greater than 2 millimeter. So that is very important. You should note it down. Similarly, we will know three important terms related to the soil and the water holding capacity. So all these things about the water holding capacity, porosity, permeability we will learn in the soil chemistry. As I told you that environmental chemistry when we will discuss. But these three definitions you should know. First is saturation. So saturation you know when there is the point in which after that if you add something it will not hold that one. So when in soil all the pores are full of water, gravitational water is lost. So as you can see in this picture, when the soil is completely filled with water, that is the pores are filled with water, and after that when you are adding any further water then it will release those water. So this point is known as the saturation point of the soil. Similarly, what is field capacity? Field capacity is available water for plant growth. That is the amount of water which is sufficient enough, which is the final and maximum part which will help the plants to grow. So it is not that it is excess or it is less. So that is the field capacity of the soil. Next coming to the wilting point. So wilting point क्या है? No more water is available to plants. So when the pores inside the soil are not having the water at all, then it is very difficult for the plant to survive because no water means no life. So as a result, the plants will wilt and they will die. That's why it is called as wilting point. So these three definitions you should note it down: saturation point of soil, field capacity of soil, and wilting point of soil. Now we will know one of the very important, and in school days we have learned soil horizons. So here I will discuss some of the important things which you haven't learned in the school days and some of the things which you already know. So first of all, why it is called as horizons? So horizons means the soil layers are categorized into horizontal layers. So horizontal से horizon का word आया यहाँ पे. So it is made up of distinct horizontal layer which are called as horizons. So they range from rich organic upper layers which are rich in humus, that is the organic matter, and to underlying rocky layers. So rocks are also present which are situated in the bottommost part. So हम यहाँ पे जानेंगे कि बहुत ही important क्या है. This region are O horizon, A horizon, E horizon, B horizon, C horizon and R horizon. So O horizon में जो है mostly humus मिलता है. Next is A horizon which is called as the topsoil. Yes, you should not get confused that O horizon is the topsoil region because A horizon को topsoil कहा जाता है and B horizon को subsoil कहा जाता है. Similarly, E horizon comes in between A and B horizon. So you wouldn't have known this thing because it is very important. E horizon जिसे कि elevation layer भी कहा जाता है. This comes between A and B horizon. So हम पढ़ेंगे एक एक करके. We will know important facts about the different horizon. But let's know C horizon is called also as regolith layer and R horizon constitutes the bedrock. So यहाँ पे जो bed कह सकते हैं इसका, यहाँ पे rocks जो है settled होते हैं, broken form में नहीं होते हैं, and gradually when we move upper part then they degrade and they break down and form the soil. So आइए चलते एक एक करके हम पढ़ेंगे. First is O horizon. So in O horizon you should know that the top layer of the soil, but it is not called as topsoil. Don't get confused because A horizon is called topsoil. So it is made up of mostly leaf litter and humus. So leaf जो है, the plants which are shedding the leaves, they are actually concentrated on this horizon, that is O horizon. And in some kind of soil, this O horizon part, that means it is very thin layer. O horizon is very thin or not at all present. So कुछ soil में O horizon totally absent होता है. So in that way we will say that A horizon is having the humus layer. So if the in options it is given O horizon, A horizon, B and C, which is having the humus, then you should note down that it will be O horizon. But in option अगर O horizon नहीं है, then you should go for A horizon, that is having the humus part, that is most of the humus is situated in that part. So next thing is coming to the A horizon. So it is the topsoil as we have discussed. It is found below the O horizon and above the E horizon. The seeds of the plant germinate and plant roots grow in this dark colored layer. So this region, that is A horizon region, seeds germinate there and the plant roots also grow. It is made up of humus, that is decomposed organic matter as you have learned, mixed with the mineral particles. So mineral particles along with humus is present in the A horizon region. Next is E horizon. So E horizon is, it is the elevation or leaching layer and it is light in color. So as compared to A horizon, it is light in color because their humus will be less. So it is beneath the A horizon and above the B horizon. So B horizon के ऊपर होता है and A horizon के नीचे होता है. It is made up of mostly of sand and silt. So sand and silt इसका जो maximum concentration होता है वहाँ पे, and having lost most of its minerals and clay. So clay यहाँ पे lost हो चुका होता है as water drips through the soil. So in this process of elevation, that is leaching, the clay is, then it is not found because it has lost from top to bottom due to elevation, that is leaching. So in this layer, that's why it is light in color because clay is not present. Next हम देखेंगे B horizon के बारे में. So B horizon is also important because it is called the subsoil and questions are asked that which is the subsoil region, and it is the layer beneath the E horizon as we have discussed and above the C horizon. So this contains clay and mineral deposits like iron, aluminium. In aluminium it will be formed in the aluminum oxides form and calcium carbonate forms. So where from these minerals it receives from the layers above it. That means EAO से जो leaching होके आते हैं, that minerals it receives in this B horizon when mineralized water drips from the soil above. So upper region से जब आता है water drip करके, so it carries the minerals and brings to this horizon. Next is C horizon. So before moving to the C horizon, I would like to say that in some cases B horizon is also divided into 3 horizon. Yes, 3 parts में सब layer होता है. एक है B1, next will be B2 and the third one is B3. So typical characteristic I will tell, no need to go deep inside that. So B1 region is dark band, it is called as appearing dark band. Similarly B2 region is the called as the pan. याद रखना है आपको, PAN region, pan region जो है B2 region को कहा जाता है soil horizon का, and the B3 region is the transitional zone between B and C horizon. So ये थे 3 characteristics. And C horizon is called as regolith, आपको याद रखना है, that is also important. This is layer is below the B and above the R horizon. It consists of slightly broken up bedrock. So as the bedrock is lying below the C horizon, so slightly broken up bedrock यहाँ पे मिलता है. Plant roots do not penetrate because broken rocks are present. That's why they are not able to penetrate into this layer. Very little organic matter is found in this layer. So organic matter mostly in A horizon, but here organic matter is very little or least. Next is coming to the R horizon. It is the unweathered rock. ये तो soil का part ही होता है जो कि bedrock उसको वो बाद में उसको produce करता है. So this is the unweathered mass of rock known as bedrock that is beneath all the other layers. That means O, A, E, B, C layers. Next coming into the D horizon. So ये D horizon क्या होता है? It is not given in most of the books, but you should know it is found in the Australian kind of soil and in some other parts where we can find this horizon. So this horizon or layer is occurring beneath B or C horizon. So B horizon के slightly नीचे या फिर C horizon के नीचे this region is found, that is D horizon, which has not been subjected to weathering. So ये weathering यहाँ पे नहीं होता है and that may consist of the unmodified mineral matter. So unmodified जो mineral modified form में नहीं होता है, they are found in this layer from which the more superficial layers developed or of a different complex of a mineral matter. So ये बहुत ही different होता है. अगर इसको हम denote करें या फिर इसको identify करें तो बहुत ही मुश्किल होता है. But if it is having unmodified mineral matter and more superficial layers which are developing from the complex mineral matter, then it will be termed as D horizon. So you should know that it sometimes occur below B or C horizon. So I hope you like this video. That's all in this part. If you want to know about the previous lessons, the link is in the description below. And if you want to join our Telegram and Instagram group also, The links are provided in the description below. So see you guys in our next video, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon to get the update as soon as I upload any video.